After the storm had passed, Ben came to help clear up the trucks. And Edward brought the breakdown crane from Wellsworth. Donald was derailed, but was surprisingly unhurt. The cart had been thrown aside, but Donald's front hadn't been damaged. Donald, however, was very angry. "Stop being pushy! Don't call me pushy! You shouldn't have pushed me into the cart! You pulled me," argued Douglas. When they were back on the rails, they set off again, not speaking a word to each other. Then, when one was asked to go to the Little Western, Donald obliged so quickly that even the Fat Controller was surprised. At first, Donald enjoyed working alone with Duck. Then, things started to go wrong. "Did you leave my goods on that line?" "You said you wanted them on the other line," Duck replied. "Not that other line, the other line." Ugh, Douglas would have understood what I meant. Douglas, on the other hand, was working on Edward's branch line. He was enjoying the countryside, but at the same time was desperately missing his twin. They'd worked apart before, but not when they were both furious with one another. That evening, his driver let him take the evening goods to timber. At the harbour sidings, Donald was arranging a goods train. Douglas idled alongside. "I was just passing." "Have you come to say you're sorry?" Donald asked. "I've nothing to be sorry for," Douglas snapped, and he steamed angrily away. That night there was another huge storm. Waves whipped round the tracks at Haltraw, until there was a massive crack. The seawall broke and the tracks sunk. Next morning, as Donald set off with his first ballast train, he was still fuming. He was going much too fast as he passed through Haltraw, and only saw the red signal when it was too late. The trucks pushed him forwards. "Look out!" called Duck, who was on the track in front of him. In front of Duck, the seawall had been washed away, leaving the rails as a tightrope across the gap. Donald rolled into it, and the track broke. Donald was stuck, and very wet. Duck knew he couldn't get Donald out himself. so he reversed along the line to get help. As the storms had knocked down telegraph poles, barely anyone had working telephones, so Duck had to hurry all the way to Tidmouth. Douglas was just arranging some trucks when Duck steamed into the depot. "Donald's in trouble! Donald in trouble!" Douglas cried. "I'm on my way!" Douglas struggled and strained, and heaved and hauled, until at last he pulled Donald to safety. He was relieved to see that his twin wasn't hurt. "Thank you," said Donald, "and I'm sorry." "No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry." "Don't have a row about who's sorry," Duck smiled. "Just be glad you're back together." And they were.